Let's go. Street pro, bottom line. Flow, canteen, hot take, J&O. Sports professor, you know. Street professor back again, it's game time. A la playa, no playtime, it's play guy. Cause we ain't talking about practice like AI. Sports professor spit the best takes out like AI. Artfully intelligent, I can't write mine. Rhyme citing your girl's DMs like Messi after the goal time. That was a triple entendre, did you catch me rambling? Flipping Simone Biles, we the bottom line champion.
I need my hands.
Let's go. Street pro, bottom line. Flow, canteen, hot take, J&O. Sports professor, you know. Yo, Street Professor, I'm back, baby, like I never left. Bottom line, flow, canteen, hot take, Jake and O. Street!
Stop. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Do me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then I double back, and I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone. Keep them coming. I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home.
What up? Can you hear me? Brothers? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
All right, good.
Yo, what up, friends?
Yeah.
Look at Flo.
Yeah, I just got my TV volume down.
Hey, what up? Where you at, Omar?
You're a little low, buddy. You are a little low. I can barely hear you. Oh, no, you're good. Never mind. You're fine. You're fine. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It might be my headphones.
All right.
You're good.
Communication issues. I don't know what the issue is. All right. Hey, so welcome back to the Bottom Line, episode 106. Flo is back. Flo's back on track. He's here.
Okay, it is. No, it is you. Yeah, it is you. There's a little bit. You're a little like it's a distant sound.
You're a little bit low.
I'm a little low. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix it. Let me see if I can.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let's go with the webcam.
AFC is pathetic, man. NFC is pathetic. Man, y'all trash.
I cannot believe the people that are at this game, Canteen.
All right, y'all. I'm back.
Hey, man.
Anyways, Flo, you can keep going. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it sounded like you were far away. That's all. And now we can't hear you at all. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Bottom Line Sports while Flo is unmuting himself as the new mute master himself. No, still can't hear you, but we love you here at the Bottom Line Sports. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button, as the kids say, if you are on our YouTube channel. If you're not on our Facebook group, go ahead and join at the Bottom Line Sports. Yes, the Bottom Line Sports. We're waiting for Flo to come back, so I think I'll just continue on with the intro. We are streaming on 7 different live channels: YouTube, Twitch, and the old Facebook. So we thank all of y'all for joining us, especially those 1,500 plus members in our Facebook group. Shout out as well to Let's Talk Sports and all of the crew over there. That being said, today, y'all, we are going to talk about, we do. We got a little, professor, well, it wouldn't be a professor blackout because I'm the professor. But we do got a little Flo blackout in terms of him not being able to talk. Although he got the background on, which I hear now. Still can't hear him, though, so we're waiting on that. Yeah. But anyways, we were internally talking about the Pro Bowl. And so let's just go ahead and get started with that. I'm not going to lie to you, gentlemen. I have watched 0.1 seconds. I know I just put 2 decimal places in there, and that's not a thing in math. But that's how little I've watched of the Pro Bowl or the Skills Challenge or the NHL Skills Challenge, to be honest, and that's the one I like best. So that being said, since I've watched 0% of this nonsense, what do y'all think about this?
You want to go, Ken?
Go ahead, Ken. My bad. I should have. Ken, what do you think?
No, go ahead, brother.
Hey, I'll go ahead. Hey, man. So, I didn't watch much of it on Thursday night, man. I know Thursday night they had the precision passing. They had the best catch, the closest pin. They had the high stakes. They also had
Can you hear me now?
The long snapper.
Yeah, there. And it sounds good.
All right.
Oh, we got echo now. We got echo now.
Okay. All right, I'll fix it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Y'all keep going.
Yeah, so the long snappers were snapping.
I mean, he
the ball,
could
trying
be.
to hit the
I don't know.
different things. But today has been a decent game for me, I guess. Man, I like the fact that
what about
Peyton
now?
Manning is coaching. I like this. I love that Ray Lewis is the defensive coordinator. I'm not a big fan of Eli. He's too conservative. He's not assertive enough. But from some of the games that I've seen today, I mean, the guys, they've done like the skills, this gauntlet challenge. They've done the tug of war where the AFC won. And it's just good to see these guys out here, playing different things, playing these different games and stuff like that. But overall, we can hear you. But overall, man, I'll give the Pro Bowl a 6 out of 10. I mean, it's good to bring all these guys that didn't make it to the Super Bowl, bring these guys in, do some skills, get to see these guys go up and down the field and bring in some of the fans to get autographs and different things like that.
The fact that you just said Eli Manning is too lackadaisical in a make-up fake game that doesn't count for anything is what really is kind of befuddling there. Don't you think, Jake?
I agree. I think the worst part of the Pro Bowl was the actual game. I think all the skills challenges are a bit fun, but man, it's died down from what we used to see. I remember seeing, Sean Taylor at a young age go in there and knock somebody out when he had to. The Pro Bowl is not what
when he did that kicker. That was some woo.
That was real fighting.
Speaking of that, what are some of your favorites? Of course, they have the skills challenge. I'll mention some of the events: precision passing, best catch, closest to the pin. It's about golf balls, so they play a little golf there. High stakes, dodgeball, snapshots, and then this year they added the Madden NFL head-to-head. So they play a Madden game against two players from the NFC, 2 players in the NFC. This year was Micah Parsons and Puka Nacua and Tyreek and David Njoku. And then they have the Gridiron Gauntlet, basically, what do you call it? Like a relay race where you go through these the walls, you do some agility things, tire flip, and then a tip
Yeah,
drill.
like, it's like the
And it's
gauntlet's like a
course.
obstacle course type deal.
Yeah, like obstacle
Yeah.
course, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think you end up with the tug of war at the end, the flag football. I don't remember the score. What
Yeah,
is
that
it
was
now? I
pretty
don't
cool.
know. Let me see. It was 50. It was 54, 53. NFC was winning, but NFC won a lot of these skills contests. Anyway, you give it a 6 out of 10. But which ones were kind of your favorites to watch so far? I kind of like the. I'm just gonna put it out there. The NFL head to head. It seemed like they really got into it. Michael was going crazy. Tyreek, they were
Like
talking a little trash. It was fun. I mean, they didn't show the whole game, right? They just showed the highlights, but it was pretty funny. What are your favorites here? And then
yeah, so like I said, for me, man, the
yeah. Go ahead.
So for me, man, like I said, it was the gauntlet challenge was really good. The tug of war was a good one. The dodgeball, hey man, what's his name? He was so smooth in dodgeball. If you go back and look at it, James Cook from the Buffalo Bills, he got hit, but he didn't get hit. And then, like I said, the whole flag football deal it's been
Right.
good. Even when they kicked the game off, man, I think the first play of the game was when I don't know who the AFC quarterback was, but he threw a ball to Tyreek, and man, Tyreek went to the house on him, man. So like I said, overall, the skills
Yes,
challenge,
that
the
was pretty
games,
well.
all of this stuff is really, really good. And it's a good way to bring in those fans. It's a good way to bring in these fans that couldn't go to the Super Bowl. But I mean,
Right.
from what Jake and from what Omar, what we were saying earlier, man, it's like I would say it's at least 70,000, maybe between 50 and 70,000 fans there. Because like I said, if you go back, Flo, you think about when we were in Hawaii, man. I don't know if you ever went, but when we were stationed
I
in
went to
Hawaii,
one.
man, they would have the Pro Bowl at Aloha Stadium, and
Right.
you would get autographs, and they would actually put on pads and actually go back and forth. So it's not as huge as it was on the stage in Hawaii,
Right.
but it's similar to that in a way.
Yeah, and I think the reason they went away with that from that is because they didn't even really tackle. You know, it was almost like flag football. I mean, you put the pads on, but they didn't really tackle. It was somewhat like flag, so they just
Right.
decided to do flag.
Right.
I guess my point is, why not do like a more of a? I mean,
Yeah.
how many can you do flag? Maybe I need Elias in here, but I thought you could do like more of a, like 8-on-8, 9-on-9, or do like a full team. I don't know if you can do a full team of a flag football. How many you can do? Do you know, Jake?
Something of that nature.
I thought it was 8-on-8 is what I
Is
remember.
the most you could do?
Yeah, I think it's 8-on-8. And if it's no more than 10, I know that it's 9-on-9 or 8-on-8, one or the other.
But
Okay, that's
but
fair.
not only that, Flo. Not only that, Flo. If you think about the NFL,
Right.
if you think about this fact, man, I think
Right.
that the NFL is crazy. The NFL was making so much money by bringing the Pro Bowl to Hawaii. You got to think about it. You got fans traveling to Hawaii, money coming in, revenue coming into Hawaii. You have people like us, we're soldiers. We get free tickets to the game. We get the autographs, get the meet and greet with the players. You think about it, they had some of the players staying in Turtle Bay, some of them staying in North Shore. So it was a way
Right.
for Hawaii to make money, and it was so fun to be able to get autographs and to be able to have a conversation with a Cam Newton, to be able to talk to Julio Jones, to be able to talk to when I went to the Pro Bowl one time, it
Right.
was
Right.
the tight end that played for the Falcons, Gonzalez.
Right. Okay. Well, to be fair, I mean, don't you think it's cheaper to go to
But
places like
they-
Orlando for some
they
people
lost
that
a
they
lot
can't
of-
afford to go to Hawaii? Not everybody. I mean, we were stationed there, so it's different. But for regular people trying to go to some of this stuff, doesn't it make more sense to make it closer?
I think it's cheap.
Make it a little closer for them?
Or
That's just me. I'm just asking the question.
you put it, or what I would do, Flo, is you look at a central location within it. No, I think Orlando's good. I love
Okay.
Hawaii. I think Hawaii was great. It was good for service members and
Right.
families and people that were stationed on the island, and to bring
Okay.
revenue towards Oahu. But
Yeah.
I mean, you centralize.
I mean, I
by
liked it in
taking
Hawaii
to
when I
Florida,
was
or you take
there,
it all the way
but
down south. If
I
I
don't
work with
even
the
know if I would
NFL,
go if it was still in Hawaii
Right.
and I wasn't stationed there. You know what
No,
I mean?
I wouldn't go if I wasn't stationed there, but I'm saying if it was in a central location in the United States,
Right. Okay.
you find the central place like that, that's where you can bring people from all areas of the U.S. and bring them right into the middle.
Okay.
That's
So
what I would
despite how they do it, the flag football and all that, you would rather than put the pads on and play kind of light, tentative tackle football, have a real game. You'd rather they bring that back.
Yeah, because
and even if
they're
they move
not.
it,
I mean,
even if they move it around.
The the season is over at this point. The
Right.
season is completely over, bro.
Right.
So at this point in the season, what's it gonna hurt? They're not going to the Super Bowl. Those guys are already in Vegas at their centralized location. Man, make it interesting, because the majority of the people that's at the Pro Bowl, they ain't going to the Super Bowl unless they got money like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. And Papa Ruben said it's entertaining. Flag football is entertaining. So I don't know. You didn't watch any of it, Omar. I didn't really hear a take. I was having these audio problems. But since you didn't watch any of it, can you really even judge what you liked or didn't like? Or what is your main protest with the whole thing? Is it that they don't play tackle anymore? Or what's your main protest with the whole thing now? You're muted, Mute Master.
Thank you for that, Flo.
Yes, sir.
Of course, I know and I can judge what it is. I've seen flag football. I know what they do.
Well, we've all seen football too, but we still watch.
I've seen them play. I'm not going to watch. I don't care to watch professionals play flag football. Okay, so I don't care to watch anyone play flag football.
Would you rather play tackle? At least,
yes, I would rather them play tackle.
Okay, that's fair.
Which is the only reason I wanted to even talk about this at all, was because you mentioned dear old Aloha Stadium in Honolulu, Hawaii. Which not only did I attend the Pro Bowl all 3 years that I was there, but I met one of my favorite football players of all time at the PX, Mr. Tim Brown, who signed this Raiders hat for me. This was in 2001.
Okay.
And we all went out, me and all my boys from the Air Force and the Army and the Marines and the Navy, shout out everybody. We had a huge tailgate in the parking lot every year. We had a great old time, and it was amazing. And they played tackle football, and they cared.
They stopped caring.
They stopped caring. They moved the game. They lost the luster, and now they don't even play tackle football. Yeah. I wouldn't even want to watch my kids play flag football, and I played flag football. It's just not fun to watch.
Okay, so would you like them to have all the surrounding games and events and the game? Maybe have a shortened version of a tackle football game, maybe?
I honestly don't think there's anything they can ever do to save the Pro Bowl. I think at this point, the fans that they're going to get are the ones that they've gotten with these skills challenges, which, by the way, are ridiculous. I don't care who can hit the closest to the pin. I don't care about Puka Nacua jumping into the middle of a river to catch a ball. I don't care about people playing Madden. If I wanted to watch people playing Madden, I watch esports.
Well, they don't show the whole game. It's just highlights of it.
I know, because I happened to see it 2 seconds ago on there, and I was like, what did people actually watch the real thing? Because all I saw was highlights. And this is ridiculous. I cannot – I am no-selling this in a wrestling term to the highest degree of possibility. Look, as I told Jake, the NHL All-Star Skills Challenge.
I will say this, Flo. I will say this.
Right? Hold on, Ken. Real quick. The best skills challenge there is the NHL Skills Challenge. Okay. And I watched like 0.5 minutes of that. So that'll tell you how much I watched the NHL.
So, to me, Ken, go ahead and then I'll go. Or you want me to go first? 1 hour later.
No, here's what I'll say, man. This is a premier opportunity for any NFL fan anywhere, Flo.
Yeah.
If you want to get an autograph, you want to meet a player, you want to bring some memorabilia, or whatever you got. We got Cowboys memorabilia. You want to meet CD Lamb. This is your premier time to have the opportunity to do that. Regardless of a lot of people not going to see them play and do all this. A lot of people going for the nightlife to hang out, party, do all that stuff, and they're going to get memorabilia autographs so they can take a sign like what Omar has. Take that, put it on the market, and make money off of what they're going to.
I have kept this for
that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah. So here's my thing. So you think people's problem with it is mainly that it's not a tackle anymore, or that they got moved from Hawaii, or is it a little bit of both? What do you think, Jake?
No, there's no urgency. You could tell these guys don't try.
Okay.
They're
trying in the flag football. They seem like they're really running hard in the flag football.
I'm talking about real. We know the difference.
When they used to play tackle. Okay.
Yes, there's no, and even when they were playing tackle recently, before they stopped it, those guys weren't really trying anymore.
Right.
It's just no urgency. For the Pro Bowl to get back to its roots, you would need something to be. You would need the game to be played earlier in the season, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't even think it should be played right there. I think it should be played in the middle of the season, the way that NBA does it, but make it worthwhile. Make it worth something.
Like, what could you do to really?
They're not going to play in the middle of the season. There's no way they play.
Yeah, there's no way.
I'm just saying.
You would have to play it like the next year.
Watch. What does the MLB do? And I don't care for the MLB compared.
How about this? How about this? Ooh. I'm the professor. Y'all know this, sports professor. Let me be solutions oriented.
MLB does it like middle part of July time frame. July. Let me be. They do it in the latter part of the season, man.
But baseball they don't get hit. They don't get hit in baseball.
Right.
That's the problem with football. So let me be solutions oriented. Instead of the Hall of Fame game where you have two teams playing their third stringers, how about you move this flag football Pro Bowl to the Hall of Fame game, play it in, and really get some excitement going for the new season. Okay. That's how you should do it.
Move it to the Hall of Fame game?
Move it to the Hall of Fame game, move it to that weekend, have the game, the flag football, have the skills challenge, and then you're honoring all the players from the past season, but getting real excitement for the season. Because the Hall of Fame game, who watches that? I don't.
Okay. Okay, so here's another thing. I know Clubber D just brought it up, and I was going to mention it. Bring back the bench press challenge. Larry Allen was a beast for sure. Are there some maybe they could bring back that like the bench press challenge? I used to like the sprint. When they did the fastest man or the fastest football player, whatever. That one was good. I really like that one. I don't know. You don't. Go ahead, Cam.
Here's what I would do. Some of the same things that they do during the combine, like some of those different things they do during the combine, that they do like the vertical jump and the 40. Like you find your top tier people in the NFL and do some of that same stuff they do in the combine. Do that during Hall of Fame or whatever.
You still
Omar made a good idea. That's how you hype the season up. If you're gonna bring in the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons, and you bring in the third string, the sorriest people on the team, who's watching that? Who cares?
I mean, so you're saying bring back regardless, you want the tackle football back in. Is that what it is?
I don't think they're bringing it back at this point. I would love for it to come back, but I can't honestly see them bringing back the tackle football. It's going to be flag football from here on out.
You bring in those. Yeah, so even if you don't do that, you bring in how they do the Pro Bowl. You select those guys based off the previous season. You bring those guys in on the next season at the first game, Hall of Fame game. Hey, we're recognizing all of our Hall of Famers going in this class, and you got NFC, AFC. You bring these guys in, and they clash. You get a lot more TV and a lot more ratings instead of having two teams.
Right.
And nobody knows Canteen, the third string.
And you know what? I can confirm this in one statement.
Or whatever. That's just,
and I can confirm this in one statement. I just went downstairs, right? And I live above a restaurant that is a bar, that is a football bar. There is literally two people in there. I didn't even stay. I just walked out because there's no one watching TV or in the bars right now. So
okay. So is there really no solution to this? I mean, I see what you're saying, Hall of Fame game, but you're having them play at the beginning of next season, essentially.
Right, but they're going to play they're either going to play in the preseason or not, anyways. And if you have the best players, that could be their warm-up game since they don't play in the preseason, anyways, and it's flag football.
Yeah, but then but then it's not all. So you're saying to replace the two teams they get and just have all.
Oh yeah, get rid of those. Yeah, I don't want to. Like Ken said, I don't want to see the third string Bengals versus the third string Commanders. Okay, that's just not like the game I'm looking for.
Right. Okay. So that's one fix. I mean, is there another fix, Jake? You think to this, how they could bring back some kind of urgency, like you were saying?
I wouldn't know the answer just yet, but you have to make the Pro Bowl worthwhile to watch. Why we love the NFL so much is because there's only so many games you need to make it worthwhile. Like I said, the All-Star game in baseball made it to where I think you get home field advantage, right? Still, do they have it that way? If you win the All-Star game, the NL or the AL
what it is.
All-Star, I think they get home
Omar
field
would know that
for the World Series.
Right? And he left, so.
You
I think
have
it is.
to-
I think it has something to do. And then, I mean, what could they bring back? Because I know a lot of people like to watch the home run derby. That's one of the big things in Major League Baseball. People, I mean, what are something like that the NFL could do? Is there an event of some kind? I used to like also the one where I forget what they call it, strongest arm or whatever, and they would just throw it, chunk it as far as they could, and see who could throw it the farthest. I mean, I kind of like that one. This quarterback skills challenge. I like that one. They still kind of do that one.
That don't involve tackling, man. I think it'll be cool.
Okay.
You know what? If you took this is my solution for a flag football game that we want to see, right?
Okay.
And aside from this, by the way, what Clever D mentioned earlier was good because it reminded me of those Wide World of Stars programs they used to have, like on NBC and ABC, where you would have like the track star race like a fast like athlete. So you'd have like Tyreek Hill versus Usain Bolt.
Right.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's something I would like to see.
Well, I said that. I said you could bring back.
But even then, how about this for the football? How about this for the football? We take a bunch of real cheetahs. Forget Tyreek Hill. We take a bunch of real cheetahs. We strap some rocket boosters to their backs, and we have them play football. Now that's what I'm watching.
What about this though? I was thinking about it. I was trying to say, how can we bring this, make it worthwhile? What if we go back and we move the Super Bowl back and make the Pro Bowl the last thing? And have it mean, I'm just saying, and that way you don't have to worry about somebody getting hurt necessarily or whatever.
It was like that before, and they moved it though. So
week after the Pro Bowl, and then but have it mean something like the in Major League Baseball where it's like a home field advantage or something. Have it mean something like that. Something that has stakes in it. You know what I'm saying.
The thing with that is though, is that on baseball,
whichever division wins the most games.
Well, here's another thing. You could get like I don't know. I'm thinking something like maybe you get an extra draft pick for your conference. Everyone in that conference gets an extra draft pick, something like that. An extra first rounder. You have or whatever the case may be. But put some stakes on the Pro Bowl. That way, no one has to worry about because you don't ever get the best players necessarily because of Super Bowl. Your two best teams are playing each other. They're not going to be participating in any of that stuff. So I'm saying do it right after the Super Bowl, maybe a week after. I don't know, and then put some stakes involved where it means something for next season or something. Something like that. I don't know. I mean, like you said,
bonus
they
money
have
or some kind of incentive.
Yeah, but I mean, they have to bring back.
Then they don't want to play. Then we're talking money and incentive.
No one's going to watch it without tackle football. I mean, that's the whole.
There's nothing. There's nothing they can do. Yeah, that people watch football to watch people get tackled, and people are not going to waste their time with people that do get tackled on a regular basis for professional money playing flag football. Sorry, it's not going to happen. Now, again, if you move it to the Hall of Fame game, maybe you get more viewers because you're spicing up for the season.
Yeah.
But at this point right now, where there's there's like a malaise. There's a malaise from the playoffs, and people are getting geared up for the Super Bowl. You don't want this fake football right in the middle of that week.
Well, I'm saying after the Super Bowl.
Again, they had that way before, and they moved it because of that reason, because it wasn't getting enough people. Because all the players were opting out. Is now why the Pro Bowl means nothing.
But isn't it worth now?
Well, the Pro Bowl means nothing anyways because of the fact that that's why whenever anybody said Pro Bowl, this guy went to the Pro Bowl during the season, it's like, who cares? Everybody goes to the Pro Bowl. People get injured, people drop out, and you're like the 18th alternate, and you're still making the Pro Bowl.
It's not meaningful like it used to be in the early 2000s. In the 2000s.
Yeah, but how do we bring that back? I guess let us know what you guys think. How do you bring some meaning back to the Pro Bowl? Either the Hall of Fame game, as Omar suggested, or possibly like I said, just put it back after the Super Bowl so everybody can participate. Maybe move it back to Hawaii. I don't know. I used to like those. I mean, I used to watch it more when it was in Hawaii and it was after the Super Bowl. I kind of got more into that, because you're like, the season's over. Because it was almost like no more football, but then you're like, there's one more football event, right? There's one more football event. You kind of felt like that was.
I'm not disagreeing. I loved it better that way. But what I'm saying is they moved it for a reason, right? They moved it for a reason,
right? But it didn't really help anything moving it. It didn't really solve the problem. So I say move it back and then add a layer of some kind of, hey, you get an extra whatever. if the NFC or the AFC wins, or maybe make the stakes higher, because I know that they said that 88,000 for the team that wins for each player, 44,000 for the losing side. And the interesting fact is, the 49ers and the Chiefs, even though they're not even participating, they still get that money. So if the NFC wins, the 49ers still get money who made the Pro Bowl, and also with the Chiefs, they still get, even though they don't even participate in it. But that's kind of fun, a fun fact. But anyway, maybe make the stakes higher. Make it. Hey, you get maybe each player gets a bonus. Have the owners involved. Because you always have whenever they sign a player, they give them a big signing bonus. Well, hey, next season you'll get a $3 million bonus for each player that wins, and then if you lose, you only get $500,000 or something. Make it kind of a big.
Players don't want to play in a game where they can get hurt. That doesn't matter.
Even at the end of the season, when the season's over, basically. Yeah. I mean, you got a whole off season.
You tell that to all the people that have dropped out.
Okay. Well, if you drop out, then
how many players have dropped out of the Pro Bowl? Josh Allen dropped out to play golf.
But
Josh Allen dropped out to play golf.
Okay,
that should tell you how much this matters.
Would he drop out if he lost $3 or $4 million?
Dude, they're not giving $3 or $4 million.
I'm just saying they could afford to, though. If they really want to bring back, they got to put high stakes.
They can't even afford to afford running backs. What do you mean they can afford $3-4 million for a Pro Bowl?
Or what about this? What about this, Omar? What if the winning side gets the salary cap raised? If the NFC wins, then they get a higher salary cap by so many millions of dollars. If the AFC wins, then they'll lose money.
You're trying way too hard. This is not going to happen. It's not. They're not doing any of that.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to figure out results because whatever they have.
Who cares? Who cares? Get rid of it completely. Who really cares at this point?
I gotta care. It's nostalgic. I like all those old, those sprints and the bench press and the Pro Bowl when it was in Hawaii and everybody was there and they were talking about. I don't know. I liked it back then, but anyway, maybe there is no.
All that stuff is valuable.
Just get rid of it.
It's all valuable, but like I said, man, it's hard. It's gonna be hard to draw people's attention to it, man. Like I said, for the most part, if you do it,
I don't know,
at the beginning of the season, or if you do it after, you have to find a way to incentivize these guys,
right?
And find a way to draw the fans' attention, the people that are watching. How are you gonna grab their attention to watch?
That's what I'm saying. You make it salary cap, something to do with next season. I don't know. You guys let us know what you think. We're going to move on. Omar doesn't like it. He hates to get rid of it.
Man.
Jake says incentivize it. And Canteen kind of likes it, but he wants it changed a little bit. So, I don't know. I think it's fun, but I think it should be after the Super Bowl. That's me. But anyway, all right, let us know what you think. I know Omar's been saying we have 1,500 in the Facebook group, but we actually have 1,490. If you look at the actual numbers, once you get past 1,450, it automatically rounds it up in a lot of places. So, we don't quite have 1,500, so get over there and subscribe. And
Flow. Come on, man. Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, my friend. Just let it be 1,500.
It's 1,490. When I look at the numbers, it's 1,490.
Okay. And if you were to subtract all the bots, it'd probably be 1,400.
Okay, well,
what does that mean? Just say 1,500.
Just okay.
I love how honest you are.
Actual numbers.
I appreciate
actual
it.
numbers. Okay. But anyway, so let's get to 1,550 so it'll say 1,600. How about that? Let's get up to 1,550 so we can get to 16K or what, 1.6K. All right. So everybody's got different opinions about the Super Bowl. Let us know what you guys think about the Super Bowl. I mean, the Pro Bowl. How can they fix it? Can they fix it? Should we just get rid of it? I mean, I know if they're not going to change it, I know a lot of people say just get rid of it if you're not going to change it or incentivize it the way Jake says. So. All right, so one more thing real quick. We'll talk about the I'm going to try and get us back on Spotify also. I've been lacking on that. I've been gone for a month, but I'm back in the studio, so to speak. It's a little dim today. I got a light missing, but it's okay. But I can brighten it up here in a minute. I just haven't messed with it. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to try to get us back on Spotify, move those back over there so we can get it back again and try and get those so you can listen to us, wherever you go on your Spotify. I'll try and upload this week.
I know Omar is putting it too as well.
Yeah, I was going to say real quick, Flo, if I told everybody while you were gone, I've been uploading them to Ball and Bud. So if they follow Ball and Bud's podcast on Spotify, Apple, whatever, it's there. too the next day.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I'm gonna
just
upload it
because there was a little bit of a lapse there for you, and I just wanted to
Right.
make sure we had content. So I've been
Right.
uploading every episode as well, so they can go to either or. If they already
Either or.
subscribe to
Okay.
Ball and Buds,
Either or.
they're gonna hear it there. Yeah.
Okay, good. Ball and Buds or at the Bottom Line Sports Spotify. You can hear us on either one. Appreciate that, Omar. Thank you for all the hard work you've done, Omar. Even though you're not quite as good as I am.
Wowzers!
No,
All right.
Oh, you did it well, Omar. I appreciate you while I was gone. I have to give you a little jab there, but so before we get into the Super Bowl, we start talking a little bit of Super Bowl. Chiefs and the 49ers made it. I'm just messing with you. All right, so let's talk a little UFL or UFO or something. The XFL and USFL decided to combine to the United Football League. Both these leagues came out. The USFL had they were on their second season. The XFL had their first season. They tried to come out before then, and COVID kind of shot XFL down. And then USFL ended up kind of beating them to the punch. But then XFL came out the following season after their inaugural season. And then I suggested when the XFL came out, I was like, well, maybe y'all should just go ahead and just combine the two. I mean, I suggested that a long time ago when they first started and have a kind of a united league. And so I'm going to take partial credit, or the Bottom Line Sports going to take partial credit for
the Bottom Line Sports rub.
There you go. Yeah. So, and now they have combined to the UFL. And I was a little surprised they only have 8 teams. I thought they would probably have a bigger, maybe 10 or 12, but I know they had some duplicate markets there. And so they couldn't necessarily keep all those teams. But I thought for sure they might have more, maybe 10 or 12 teams. But what are your initial thoughts? We'll go Omar, Ken, and then Jake. What do you think about this new UFL? It's going to be the spring league. It's kind of, I guess it's a little stronger. It's a united. I don't know what the rules are. They're going to take up some XFL rules. I know they're partnering with Fox and ESPN, so it's going to be seen in different places. Your thoughts, Professor?
I first of all, I love how you say they're strong because their name is United. That's tremendous. No, but you're right. They have strengthened themselves by by pairing together their resources, right? Now becoming one league, as you mentioned. There aren't 2 segregated leagues that have different players trying to play for each individual league, when both of those leagues from the start should have been feeder leagues to the NFL. It should be a minor league system where you have the one league where these players are essentially a G League where they are playing for professional contracts. We saw PJ Walker last year not only turn the XFL into a professional contract, but also started for the Cleveland Browns a few games. And there are good players out there. One of the, and I know not many people know about this league per se, but there's another league called the Fan Controlled Football League. And if you heard about it, it's like an esports football league, but the players there are really good. So much so that that one of their players recently went to the CFL and won the MVP up there. I'm blanking on his name at the moment. I wish I remembered it. I'm really trying to, so I apologize, sir. But anyways, that's just to talk to the level of football players that are out there that don't have jobs, right? So use this as a feeder system to the NFL. You play in the spring, use this as a minor league system, use the NFL's resources, partner with them. There's no way you're going to beat them. So join them and let them help you like the NBA helps out the WNBA.
Right. That makes sense. Go ahead, Ken.
Hello, beautiful beater bastards. Man. I love your name.
I
love your name.
I don't like the name this. I don't know.
I don't know, but he's beautiful and he's bearded, and I agree with it. Probably is.
I don't mind the bearded part. What's your thoughts on UFL and them combining the 2 leagues? You just heard Omar talk about it, so I'm just saying. What are your thoughts on it?
Man, I think it'll be. I think it'll be interesting to see with the combination of both of the leagues coming together, man. Like I said, I really didn't watch much of it, so I'm hoping to get more in tune with it this year. I wish they had a team in Georgia. That's one of my biggest things. But they got like Birmingham Stallions and Memphis team out of Memphis and all this. So I'm gonna get more engaged and kind of get a better understanding. But it is a good way to pay guys that can't, the guys that are training and coming up that want to get into the NFL. Gives these guys an opportunity to come out of college and, that don't make it to the Canadian Football League. Give these guys an opportunity to make a little money and kind of hone their skills so they can become better. That's what I like about it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of, like Omar was saying, some players have made it to NFL. I know Brandon Aubrey was a great kicker this year for us, who's technically a rookie, but he was in the USFL the year prior, and he was a great asset to our team, the Cowboys. I want to say, what was the other one? Turpin. It was a kick returner. He hasn't kind of panned out like we thought or hoped these past couple years, but he has contributed in the passing game, and he has been a solid kick returner, even though he hasn't made a kick return in a while. What are you thinking about this new UFL? Your thoughts, Jake?
I think the biggest thing, I like what Omar said, and I would have done the same thing. You need to find a way to partner with the NFL with this, because if you don't, it's going to be hard to grab it. Just like how you brought up the Pro Bowl. I wouldn't be surprised if what you should have done, because they're about to start after, I think, in about 2-3 weeks from now. What you should have done is you get them started that day of the Pro Bowl. So you get the NFL audience with it. At least you're starting to get a mutual audience with, oh, this is what we're watching. Look at these future stars we can see coming soon. That's what you want, because I'll be honest with you. Some of these guys just got a bad break. Some of these guys just stayed at the wrong team. You never know what could have happened, So I think in the end, they do need to do that. I'm glad they conjoined, because now there's no picking and choosing. I think they were only going to hurt each other more than anything. I'm glad they combined. I think 8 teams is perfect. If you remember in the 80s, and I wasn't even, that old, but in the 80s,
you're like 2?
Remember how the USFL was?
Yeah.
During that time, they didn't have a big team. They didn't have a big teams. They only had 8 teams total. And Trump, and I think there was several other owners that did really good, and then of course they got in their own way.
Right.
So play it smart.
They had Steve Young in that league, and Herschel Walker.
And they had Steve Young, Herschel Walker. They got some good players from there, and I don't see it. The NFL has already jumped so high that there's no way you could even compare to pay the players in the UFL.
Right. Maybe back then, if they would have kept it going, they could.
So you use it as a partnership, as in, look, help us build these guys up so we can do it. I love what The Rock says. You're number 54. There's a 53-man roster. These are the 54s that didn't get to make it. So let them fight. They're going to fight for it.
Right.
These guys all want that chance to be
right. They want a chance to make it. And then I guess, and if, like you said, Jake, and then Omar as well, if you make it a feeder league to the NFL direct, like a G League for the NBA, then you kind of you can almost draft some of those, some
of those guys,
7th round draft picks. You end up
saying if you could join with the NFL as well,
just put them in that league.
The champions don't get a chance at a free tryouts in the NFL or something like that. Offer them that. Offer them something.
And even like the free agents that
similar to baseball.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Or just anybody who plays in the league anybody who plays in the league that year gets a free tryout the next year with their choice of team. How about that?
Right.
That's something like that. Something that makes it motivated to be. Your lookup is like, hey.
Right.
Although I believe all those players are already motivated. Like those players already want to get back to the NFL anyway.
Right. Either get in or get back, right? Like you said. So definitely those are motivated. Maybe the Pro Bowl could be these players, maybe these players that want to get in the NFL. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I don't think that's going to fix that.
Hey, shout out, GB. Thank you for tuning in, GB.
Well, thanks for watching.
Any notable players or ex-coaches?
In the
I might look that up for you. I don't even know.
Yeah, look it up. I think there are.
I know Wade Phillips is a coach in there.
Coaches, there are some coaches. There's some notable coaches for sure. I'm not sure about the players, but Omar looks that up.
Looking that up now.
Yeah. Any final thoughts on this, about the UFL, or any final thoughts before we move on to the Super Bowl? Some Super Bowl thoughts. It starts on March 30th.
Every Sunday, GB. We go every Sunday. Every Sunday.
Well, until during football season for sure. So we may tune back to just Tuesdays after football season's over. We'll look at it though. All right, so if you have no final thoughts, guys, let us know when you find that. We can go back to it. Any notable people, Omar? We're gonna move forward here and look at the Super Bowl. The Kansas City Chiefs, and versus the San Francisco 49ers are the Super Bowl teams that made it this year. And we're not going to do picks. We can look at some of the matchup, talk about these two teams, and kind of get into some of it. And then next week before the Super Bowl, we'll make our picks. But let's kind of go through some of these things. We'll look at everybody can go. I don't care what order we go necessarily, but who has the best D-line, the 49ers or the Chiefs? And whoever wants to go can jump in. And then, if you have anybody that has something to add, and then we'll start with a different person for the next one. And that way we don't all kind of talk and say the same things. And we all get a chance to kind of get the first word in. All right. So anybody who wants to go, who has the best D-line, the Niners or the Chiefs?
I'm going to go the Niners. Okay. You got Nick Bosa. You got Arik Armstead. You got Chase Young. They grabbed Randy Gregory. I mean, he was a starter for us, and he's a backup on that D-line right now.
Mm-hmm.
Their D-line is going to be very huge. I think it's a key matchup of what to watch. Remember, Mahomes lost the Super Bowl, we saw. And what was the reason? The D-line got to Mahomes easily.
Well, actually, he lost his offensive lineman, the starters, but that's the main reason.
Shaq, I don't care what O-line they had. Shaq Barrett and
if they had their starting lineup, it would have been different. It would have been different.
I don't believe that at all.
I do. So we believe two different things. He was running for his life. 500 yards.
Stop the excuses,
Scrambled for 500 yards.
Yeah. He didn't even make it a game. I saw another quarterback.
You're a Cowboy and a Texas Tech hater. We all know that. Go ahead.
No, I'm not. What do you think, Ken?
Man.
There's a better D-line.
I mean, from what I see, from the only person that I've seen that's really, really solid from Kansas City, man, I got to go with Chris Jones. But then you have George Karlaftis, you got Derek Nundy, Chris Jones, you got a guy named by the Mike Dana. But the only person that I've seen strong and as consistent is Chris Jones from Kansas City, from the defensive line. Now, when they played the Bills, they look hella
Michael
good.
Dana's done pretty good. Michael Dana's done pretty good, to be fair. And like you said, Karlaftis. I mean, they have a decent, but maybe we probably could give the edge to the 49ers in that. Yeah, I think you could probably give them the edge. What do you think, Omar?
Who you got, Omar? Which D-line's better, San Francisco or the Chiefs?
Better in what?
Just
the better overall D-line.
Better overall D-line.
D-line. Okay. The better overall D-line's got to be – wow. That's tough.
Yeah.
It's not tough at all. What are we doing?
I mean, you got to go – You know what, Jake? Don't be giving me a hard time right now.
That's part of the show, Omar. Embrace it.
Yeah, that's tough because the defensive line doesn't only stand on their own, right? So when we're looking at defensive lines, we're looking at defensive lines that can not only push the front, right, but also have defensive edges that can create pressure. Well,
and
if you're talking about a defensive edge,
run stoppers,
right? But if I'm looking at run stopping, right, then I'm looking at Kansas City.
Right.
I'm looking at Chris Jones. I'm looking at those defensive tackles. But if I'm looking at something more pass oriented, right, then I'm looking at the San Francisco line, and I'm looking at Nick Bosa.
Okay, put it this way then. Knowing these two teams and how they like to play, who has the advantage of the D-line? We know that the 49ers want to run in order to pass, and it's not necessarily true with the Chiefs.
So
base it on how, what each strengths are and what the offense wants to do.
If you're talking about the defensive strength of Kansas City's front seven versus the Christian McCaffrey-led running game with Deebo Samuels running stunts and things like that, the Kansas City has the edge there. If you're talking about versus, San Francisco's
that's the whole point.
Pass rush versus Mahomes. but that would
Right.
only be because Mahomes has the escapability
Right.
and Travis Kelce as an outlet as well
I
to be able
agree.
to do things like that versus whereas Christian McCaffrey only has Brock Purdy, and I don't mean that to put Brock Purdy down. I mean that as to say, if they're going to run the ball, you know pretty much who's running the ball aside from a Deebo
Right.
Samuel run here
Right.
and there. And
Hey.
Brock Purdy is not going to scramble that often.
Right.
Yes, we've seen him do it lately
Right.
and do
Right.
it well, but not enough to take the onus off of them knowing that Christian McCaffrey is going to run the ball.
Right. Okay. That's fair.
Jake, why are you
I-
looking with your
I think-
face like
I
that?
think you-
How
I
about
think
you
you-
get your face unscrunched like that? sucker? Don't be looking at nobody like that.
I think you've talked me into it, Omar. I think maybe the Kansas City Chiefs do have kind of a slight edge.
I don't know how Kansas City would have a slight edge.
Well,
I don't know
because
how.
well,
Because Chris
look,
Jones cannot be blocked, sucker.
he cannot be blocked. And if you look at how they've played the run, they played it well. And you look at how they played Lamar Jackson, who is a better runner than Purdy. They were able to keep him contained and make him into a passer. And so they for sure can contain Purdy at just as well. And so in this matchup, the Kansas City might have a slight edge on the defensive line because of, like you said, Mahomes' escapability to
I
get
don't
out.
believe
of
you're stopping
was-
C-Mac. Nobody could
he
run
was
the way
pressured,
C-Mac
but
does.
listen, he was pressured, and the Baltimore Ravens stopped him, and they basically blew him out.
No. Go look at it. Go look at the yards. They still had over
Okay.
350 yards rushing and passing. Really think
Well,
about that.
Okay,
It was they just had turnovers. You have to really look at this. C-Mac is not going to be stopped. As much as you say Chris Jones won't be stopped, C-Mac is a guaranteed touchdown, at least 75 yards rushing this game.
Sure, I agree with that.
And I
Okay,
think
agree
you
with that.
get that in there, you then build what you need to build to get the play action going.
okay.
Well, look, GB asked us what D line forces the first turnover.
Oh,
I mean, I got to go.
Pop
I got to go with Kansas City on that
I'll go
one.
Kansas City.
I think so too.
I think San
If
Francisco
I'm
takes care
Kyle
of the
Shanahan,
Baltimore
I score fast and I want Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball the whole game.
behind. Yep, because then that's when receivers drop balls, and that's when the mistakes are made. Yep,
But
I
the
agree.
playoffs, the receivers have been playing better.
Sure,
have been-
that's fine.
have been broken.
Hey, test them
Against
out.
a D-line like
Test
this.
them out, baby. Let's see. Let's
Test 'em
see
and
what
see.
they really got.
Okay, and here's a correction for two corrections because I'm going to correct Jake now. But before you said, I think you said Trent Dilfer had 3,500 yards. I looked it up. He only had 1,500 yards that season. Omar,
Spagnola
we
gonna be
talked about it last
Who
year.
did?
all over.
Who said
1,500.
that Trent Dilfer had that many yards?
Omar did last time we were arguing.
Yeah,
about
what- how many
Trent
did he
Dilfer won
have?
a Super
I'm
Bowl.
sorry, how many did he have?
1,500 yards.
He only had
1,500.
1,500 yards.
Yes, exactly. That's what
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
saying. Yeah, you touted some 3,500 yard. I was like,
I was
whoa.
wrong about that one.
Yeah, you're definitely wrong. And then of course,
I mean, I threw
Jake was wrong
35.
about
I threw 3,500 out. I didn't actually know. That sounded a little outrageous at the time. 2000, though.
Oh, I thought, did you really get 35? So I looked it up and you were wrong. But anyway, I thought that was a little high. Anyway, so I just
great.
looked it up.
That's
McCaffrey had only 103 yards and 14 attempts. So they actually went
mean, that's
away
pretty
from
good,
the
though.
run. Yeah, but they went away from the run
That's
Who?
true. Yeah,
because
they
they
did.
were so far behind. So if you
Right. Yeah.
could keep, if you could,
What's
if
he
you
talking about?
He's talking about when
the game
Baltimore
against
went up
the
on San
Baltimore
Francisco.
Ravens, you said he had
I
100
said there was
yards.
350 yards total offense against that Ravens.
No, but you said
vaunted
he had
Ravens
150
defense.
yards rushing or something, some crazy number.
What I'm saying is they had
He only had 103 yards
yards
rushing.
total rushing and passing against the best defense in the game.
Okay, that's not what you said, but
Be ready.
That's a good point, Alan. Alan makes a good point. I mean, I think that the problem is that when you look at the
Who's more
49ers
hungry
and the
at-
Packers, what did
Alan,
really
who's
well
more
there?
hungrier?
No, but think about this, y'all. Who did really well in those games against the Lions and the Packers? The Lions and the Packers running game. Aaron Jones went off. Jameer Gibbs went off. What is San Francisco's weak link? Their rushing
Their
defense is 17th in the league. Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't see Pacheco going crazy.
I don't either.
Okay.
I can't see Pacheco doing that again.
I
I can
think-
see
I think
Pacheco getting
Pacheco-
probably like 50 to 75 yards and a touchdown, maybe.
Fred Warren about to go crazy on him.
I'm gonna say Pacheco. This is a prop bet. He gets 100. I'll say bet that he gets 100 yards at least. minimum.
No,
All
I
right.
don't think so.
Okay, we'll see.
100 yards
All right,
rushing?
Who has the best? Let's go to the next one. Who has the best wide receiver group? And I think this one's pretty easy.
This one's pretty
go
easy.
Go ahead, Ken. What do you
I
think?
mean, what are we talking about right now?
I mean, we're getting these ones out because that was.
Can we skip this? I mean, we only got a few minutes left
Casey,
before
baby.
Can we just skip this one?
You
I
already
don't even
know.
think we need to talk
Omar
about
has a
this.
few minutes left.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so do we even have to talk about who has the best quarterback? I guess we already know that one.
baby.
No, that one's easy.
Okay. How about you decide on this?
You know
Okay,
that
How
too.
about this? How about this? Instead
Okay.
of that question,
Okay.
Brock Purdy's only 24. Mahomes is what, 28, 29 now?
27, 28, yeah.
Okay. So who would you want for the future?
Which quarterback?
That's
I
a
would
dumb
say
question.
Mahomes.
I know. That was a stupid question. Too.
Yeah, that wasn't even a
Dumb
better
question.
question. You tried to
I
make
tried.
it better, but it
I was
wasn't.
thinking in my mind, how can I make this better? And I was like, that was not better at all. Actually, I was just hoping everybody knows told me.
Okay,
But
let's
they could not.
say this: who has the? And since we're coming up on it, and we're gonna see at the end, who has the best? Who has the advantage in coaching, whether it be as a head coach or as a coaching staff? Who do you think has the advantage there?
Wow.
Go ahead. What do you think, Omar?
No, I don't want to go first. I want to go last.
Oh, okay.
I'm not-
Okay.
That's tough.
I was just saying, wow, because that's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, because you got to look at
That's
both
what I'm
sides,
saying.
right?
That's tough when you want to do.
I mean, I'll go first, man. The overall coaching.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, the
Who has
overall
advantage
coaching and experience, you got to go with Andy Reid. Andy Reid's been there a couple of times. He has experience. He's
staff?
been there.
as a staff?
Now, if you
or-
look at
No,
Shanahan,
he was just talking about
Shanahan
his
is an
experience.
okay, just the head coach.
experienced
Okay.
offensive mind. But then the thing about Shanahan has to be smart. You know, I'm saying Andy Reid, experienced overall. But if you look at Shanahan,
coach.
he is the
Okay.
offensive mind. If he has a well-built game plan, he can execute and be successful. But I got to go with Andy.
Andy Reid has the better
Andy
coaching
Reid.
head coach for sure is what you're saying, but coaching staff
He
you're
is.
not necessarily, you don't know for sure, or as a total
Yeah.
coaching staff. Okay. What do you think?
I'm gonna actually go the opposite.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Kyle Shanahan. Here's why.
Okay.
Andy Reid unquestionably has a top 2 quarterback in the league, right? When Andy Reid did not have a top quarterback in the league, he made the the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl one time, right? He made the Super Bowl once with Donovan McNabb. Kyle Shanahan has had 2. I don't believe Brock Purdy is as great,
Yeah.
and I believe Jimmy was even worse. And now
Okay.
he is in 2 Super Bowls
Okay.
with a worse quarterback at hand. So I think that Kyle Shanahan has a better kind of coaching fit, and I think as long as he plays his coaching style right, he can win this game.
Okay.
Ah,
That's fair.
yeah, that's right, GB. Not only does Andy Reid have the scrolls, but he has the whole NFL script, and he had a hand in writing this script. Because I completely agree with Canteen and all the other conspiracy theorists out there that say that the NFL has scripted this season to be a Kansas City win because of all the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce stuff that has gone into it. This has all been scripted from the beginning. It's called a storybook
Oh,
ending.
my
Listen to
God.
Taylor Swift and you would know, my baby. But
Yeah.
Ken is right about something else.
Yeah, he is.
I mean,
Come on.
Ken is right
Get
about
out of
one thing.
Get out of here.
Ken is right about one thing that I have tried to no sell forever. And you're right, GB. You're right. I'm not getting with T Swift. I wish that my baby would come back. I wish that Tamar
Baby,
would
come
be
back.
a thing, right? But it's not. And
You
why?
was
Because
wrong.
I already know that they're gonna get married. Travis Kelce has had an
I was
engagement plan
wrong.
for years. I mean, not years, months. If you're a
Baby,
Swift,
come back.
if you're a, will you stop singing so I can talk, please? I can't concentrate when you're singing.
I know, that's why I'm doing it.
There was some news back in last year after they started dating, which, by the way, they didn't start dating at the end
You
of
said
the
they
beginning of the
broke up.
season. They have been dating. No, but there was rumors that he was going to engage on Valentine's Day, but he might do it a little earlier. So Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce getting married, Kansas City winning the Super Bowl. Put your bets on it. If you don't know the NFL
Drop
scripts
bet.
everything by now, then you're tripping. They really do. That's why the NBA is rigged as well. That's why all these sports are rigged, and it doesn't really matter. Go 49ers. I hope they beat them anyways.
Oh no, it's this one. Oh, prop
You know
bet.
what? Taylor promised me. She promised me we would be together again. Okay.
Baby, come back.
You know what I'm doing, GB? I got a hot date tonight. Because Taylor has stood me up too many times.
Hey, I'm gonna go on the edge here. I'm gonna say that Kansas City has the edge here. I know that they did lose Eric Bieniemy, and I think that was an adjustment for this team. But that Matt Nagy is well versed as the offensive coordinator, even though he's not the play caller, play to play. But Matt Nagy he's been a head coach before. He knows Andy Reid. They also have Steve Spagnuolo, who's the defensive coordinator. I think he definitely gives them the advantage there. I think overall with Andy Reid. Andy Reid also, I think, is a slightly better coach than Shanahan, and he's proven that in the biggest games. Shanahan has shown that he can kind of go off kilter on these big games, especially in the Super Bowl. And so I feel like there's the edge there goes to the Chiefs. I don't think it's a big, wide margin, but I think it's a slight edge for the Chiefs in the coaching. You know I'm right. All right, so hey, here we go.
I agree. Actually, I agree because Steve Spagnuolo is going to blitz the heck out of Brock Purdy and make him very uncomfortable.
Okay,
Be ready.
All right, so let's do one more. Who has the best secondary? Go ahead, Jake.
I'll give the edge to Kansas City there.
Okay.
I think Kansas City has two of the best young corners, L'Jarius Sneed, and I think it's McDuffie.
Ooh, L'Jarius Sneed, though.
So they got two good corners. The only
and their
thing that I
safeties
do
aren't bad
see
either.
their weakness on is their safeties are not that great. So
Justin Reed's pretty good. Justin Reed's solid.
okay,
Mike Edwards,
but
Reed.
now it would be a pick 'em if Hufanga was still active, but he got that ACL tear and he's been out since. But as of right now, I'd give it the edge to the Chiefs for that reason.
What do you think, Omar?
Yeah, no, not even a chance here. LJ Sneed, also known as his government L'Jarius, is a beast and one of the top 5 or 10 cornerbacks in the league, probably top 5. Yeah, the 49ers have Charvarius Ward.
McDuffie's not bad either.
They have McDuff. Hey, OJ McDuff, no slack whatsoever. But the 49ers have some up-and-comers as well. Charvarius Ward, Tashawn Gibson. Those are some Jahir Brown, some players that are coming up. But no, Kansas City by far leaps and bounds experience, solidity within the season. L'Jarius Sneed was locked down, dude. He locked down every single receiver. I remember talking about it with Mar during the season. He locked down Devontae Adams. He locked down Tyreek Hill. He locked down everybody. I don't know why I said Tyreek Hill. I don't even know if they played.
Okay. Yeah, so I tend to agree. Can we just say that overall, maybe the Chiefs have the overall advantage on defense over the 49ers? Maybe not a big edge, but they have a slight edge over the 49ers. What do you think?
Yes, they do, brother. They do.
What?
They do, man.
Later.
As we caveat it, man, experience is everything. Experience, they've been there before. They're going back again, bro.
Wait, who are you talking about? They both were there.
Experience is everything to me, man. I'm taking this.
Who is he talking about? I'm so confused right now.
The defense.
We talking about the 49ers?
Who has the overall better defense than 49ers?
You mean because
No, I was caveating on that Kansas City. Alexa. Off. Kansas City. I said Kansas City.
Not Alexa.
Alexa, turn on the music.
Alexa, turn on. Turn on bachata.
I don't believe that at all.
See, man, you
hey,
come on, man.
Salsa.
I'm going Kansas City, though, bro.
Baby.
Alexa, play some salsa.
Play some salsa, baby. Play some Enrique Rojas.
All right.
Hey, JB got a quick one. GB got a quick. Why? Yes. You know what? Hold on, GB. We'll be right back. Why is your face so scrunched up the whole damn show, Jake? You don't look like a Cabbage Patch Kid, like a Sour Patch Kid. What is wrong with you?
Come on,
guys. You have problems with, sir. Speak your mind. This is a show of professional banter. I shouldn't say that. It sounds like somebody's catchphrase.
I think
Speak your damn mind, fool.
I think Omar's finally settling in that the Broncos are.
He just said that and I'm going to get to GB's question, but He just tried to say the Chiefs have an overall better defense. How do we buy that whenever the best defensive line is the Niners? Linebacker, you know for damn sure they got the best linebacker group with Greenlaw and Fred Warner.
Maybe.
Sure. No.
I mean, not. It's not
okay.
head.
Yeah,
It's not
you're
head.
right. No, he's right. He's right. He's
not-
right.
it's not a big
Absolutely.
gap.
Did you see what Greenlaw
You have
did?
Nick Bolton. They have Nick Bolton. Trichomes play well, and they have Willie Gay. I mean, those are 3 solid
You
linebackers.
just named some randoms with Nick Bolton. That's what I'll say to that.
Not a random. He's been solid for a couple of years. He's the one that picked up the fumble or caused the fumble for Jalen Hurts. I think.
Greenlaw took 2 picks in that game against the Packers when it was
Okay.
needed most.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying. I don't think it's a big advantage. It may be slight.
GB, your Raiders, man. To answer his, nothing has changed, brother. Y'all are struggling. I think y'all need an offensive coordinator, and y'all could have gotten Cliff Kingsbury. He backed out for a reason. He knows that offense is pathetic. So I don't think any signings
Omar knows that
are
bad
big
offense.
until
Yeah,
you get a good offensive coordinator. Because right now we know one thing about Antonio Pierce: he just wants to run the ball and play defense. You need to have some type of, how do you say, some chess moves in the game.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I hate to say it. Jake is spot on.
Damn right I am.
The Raiders. Well, I've said this on this program before.
Right.
Until Mahomes is out of that division,
Tell Jake he's right too
now,
often.
now you have Herbert. Now you
Damn
have
right, man.
Harbaugh. The Raiders are not going to be good for the next 10 years. They're not going to win a division title with all
10
those people there.
years. Wow.
Think about it. Mahomes ain't going nowhere for the next 10 years. Unless, God forbid an injury. Herbert
Stop
ain't
being
going nowhere
afraid
for
of
the
these
next 10
bums,
years.
Omar. We're beating them head to head next year.
You ain't
So
doing
we got
nothing.
to worry
Here's the.
You're
What
going to
about
suck too for the next 10 years.
What about this, Omar? Real quick before we close out. since
I
we're
want
talking
us to trade for Fields. Trade for Fields. Get Fields.
I heard
Go
that we might be
get
going after
Justin
Caleb.
Fields.
Now that Caleb does not want to play with the Bears. That's what we need to be talking to on
You
Tuesday.
take Fields out there?
Caleb does
Omar, you
not
take
want to be with the
Fields?
Bears.
Go get Justin Fields. Pair him up with not Luke Getsy. Go take Cliff back somehow. That's probably not going to happen. That's fine. Luke Getsy's fine. It doesn't matter.
Cliff
We're
Kingsbury
going to be
going
4 or
to
5 wins
Washington,
this year.
man.
Who cares? You know what? They're going to suck too. Why would he go there? You know how much
And
fun he can have
OC.
in Vegas? Lots of fun. And I'm from
What's the
DC.
last
I love
question?
Hey,
Flo?
so
What
here's
do
here's the
say?
thing.
Now you guys got a good shot again. There was
Okay.
talk about you guys getting Eric Bieniemy. Eric
Okay.
Bieniemy.
That's not a good grab.
I would.
So here-
Why?
we're
Because so more players can complain about how hard he coaches them like little
Mhm.
babies. Yeah, GB, I'd be good with that too. I'd be good with
Stop,
Kyler
you're
Murray.
not getting
I'm good with
Kyler. That contract is
that.
horrible.
No, they're not. They're not going to trade him, but I'd be fine with it.
So here's the thing though. So now that we're talking about, is it the AFC West you guys are in? I can't remember. Anyway, I don't know the AFC that well, but
It's AFC West.
anyway, so can we,
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right, so now that Harbaugh is with the Chargers, does this automatically make them the team that will challenge next year? Even though this is going to be Sean Payton's second year with the Broncos, and Jake probably thinks they're probably going to challenge the Chiefs. I'll let Omar go first because we know which way Jake's going to go, and then you can go, Ken, and then we'll let Jake wrap up with his nonsense. But is not now? Do we not consider with Herbert and the way Jim Harbaugh is able to work with quarterbacks? Do we not consider the Chargers the best or the biggest challenge to the Chiefs in that division? Omar?
Yeah, you know, I have no clue what Jake is talking about because his Broncos are going to suck for the next 10 years too, right along with us. So we're both going to be some 4 to 8 win teams the next 10 years. We're going to vacillate. The
10
Broncos.
years.
I mean,
Big for
for
yourself.
real. Mahomes is 27. Herbert is 24.
I don't give a crap
Okay.
what they
I mean,
are, their ages.
No, you will, because you're going to suck too, because Sean Payton is not the best coach ever, and because y'all are going to suck, because only realistically 2 division teams can make it every year to the playoffs. And if they're making it every year and we're not, that means we're going to have 4 wins. That means we're going to have 6 wins. That means we're going to have 8 wins.
I love
means
that
we have
we
no-
have crowned.
that
I
means
love
we have
that we
named-
keep crowning
That means
Herbert,
no
and he
Super
hasn't
Bowl
won a damn
appearances.
playoff
That
game
means
yet.
no Super Bowl victories. Do you know how mad I am?
What
I've been
division-
thinking about this for years since Mahomes came in. I'm so pissed off. I want the Raiders to win, please. God,
What do you think, Ken, before Jake comes with his nonsense? Is this the Chargers are basically the challenge going to challenge them starting next year, or is it going to take Jim Harbaugh a couple years?
Lord, help me, Lord, please.
Give Harbaugh 3 years, man. Give him 3
Drink
years.
some water, Omar. Drink some water.
Give him 3 years, man.
Deep breaths, Omar.
You got to think about it. Give him 3 years.
So he won't challenge him next year then.
And then you got to think about caps. You give him 3
you're
years.
saying
You got to think about cap space with them too. Because
It's hurting.
Didn't they just sign Herbert though?
years.
He's been
I mean,
That's
what do you know
what I'm
about Khalil
saying. So
Mack?
now it's not like he's getting Herbert on that rookie contract. He's already paid Herbert. Now he's got to figure out his cap situations, all that.
Yeah, but Austin Eckler's gone, so that's going to free up money for them. They're going to have to get rid of either Khalil Mack
They're
or
going
Nick
to get rid of Khalil Mack.
Yeah, they can't
Joey.
And what do you do about Khalil Mack?
They're going
Khalil
to free
Mack?
up money there with those two.
Okay, that's
They
fair.
already got rid of.
So you
what was
don't
the
got
failed
them
cornerback?
challenging the
I
Chiefs
forgot his
next
name.
year at all, Canteen.
Who's
Is that what I'm hearing?
failed cornerback?
You don't think he challenges the Chiefs at all next year?
What
Chargers?
you got, Canteen?
What do you say? You said I don't think the Chiefs are going to be contenders at all?
No,
you
You
think
think
the
the
Chargers
man. Like I said, I think
the
that
Chargers
Jake's team got a better shot than
challenge
the
next
Chiefs do.
Damn right. You're damn right, Canteen. You're
Okay,
damn
go ahead, Jake.
right.
Go ahead,
And
Jake.
that's
I'm
the
telling you,
point.
as I just said,
Why
I
are
think
we
that the Broncos have a
clowning
better
this guy
chance
that hasn't
because
won a
Harbaugh's
Super
going to have to
Bowl
come
yet?
in and build, Flo.
Yep.
Well, who's
Yeah,
their
yeah,
quarterback
yeah,
though?
yeah.
Who's their
Like,
quarterback?
Chargers.
Super Bowl.
Even
This
though they
Who's
quarterback
their quarterback?
hasn't won a playoff
Who's
game.
their quarterback
They
that's going
need
to
show up
challenge?
first.
Who's the Broncos quarterback?
We'll see. We'll see
And-
what happens. But I saw
I'm just
Sean
saying.
Payton play with subpar quarterback and win.
The Chargers
out
have
eight
their
games.
quarterback.
man.
That's
They
the most
may
important.
end up
position.
keeping Russell Wilson.
I don't know if they do. Hey, Flo, they don't make the playoffs next year.
They
Sure
had him
got their
last year. Flo,
quarterback?
what did he do?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I'm
There
gonna
should be no
give
excuses.
Right.
And you weren't on the show, but
I'm
said
gonna
it.
give-
There should be no excuses for Herbert now. More
there
than
is
ever.
no excuses. That's what I'm saying. They have Herbert. I think he's been
I
a
better
little
not see
overrated.
them miss a day. I better not see
I
them
think
miss
he's
a
been
playoff
overrated a little
spot.
bit. I'm hoping I'm putting some faith in Jim Harbaugh that he's been able to take Alex Smith pretty far into the playoffs, and he took Colin Kaepernick to the Super Bowl. So I have faith that he's going to be able to hone
I
in.
agree. He did that.
Herbert-
I agree, but he was also in a bad
Strengths.
division. He was in a
Okay.
bad division during that time.
That's fair. That's fair.
And the
But
second Seattle came out, they
I think
started
they'll
taking
challenge
over that
next
division.
year. The Chiefs. I don't think it'll be. I think
It's not going
the
to be Russ, GB.
because they have their quarterback figured out and they have some good pieces in place, and I think they have some solid defense. I don't know why Staley could not coach that defense. He spent a lot of money on that defense. I don't know what happened. I think Jim Harbaugh, being a good defensive guy, defensive
You better show
coordinator,
up.
he's pretty good at putting
Because he sucks.
He's pretty good at. Yeah, I'm just saying he
Yeah,
was
we'll
supposed to
see.
be a
We'll
defensive
see.
guy. But what I'm saying is, I think the Chargers will challenge him in that they will win 10 games next year. I'm going to say 10 games.
I better see you keep up with that.
With
The way we're
Herbert
talking
in the
about
mix,
Jim Harbaugh, like he's the
and
damn
Harbaugh's
second
got a
coming of
whole offseason.
Don Shula.
I think that 10 games is the norm, and I don't know if you get rid of Russell Wilson, you're not winning 10 games. You might win in 8 games.
We'll see
I don't
what
know who your
happens.
quarterback is. I don't know who your
Don't
quarterback
count our chickens before they hatch.
is. Or who's the quarterback? Who's the quarterback?
We got an NFL draft coming up. We got free agency.
You're gonna
coming up.
draft a quarterback?
It would be a different reason if we were just having
You think
Jared
a rookie's
Stidham
gonna
and
take
it's
you?
June already.
Repeat CJ Stroud? You think that's going to happen again? That doesn't happen.
We'll see what happens. Be ready. Be
Okay.
ready, buddy.
I'm ready to give you
Don't
about 8
worry.
wins.
Sean Payton got a plan.
man.
If anything, you need
8
to worry about them
wins
Cowboys.
tops. 8 wins tops. I'm not worried about the Cowboys.
No,
The Cowboys are going to do the same what they've been doing the last 28 years. I'm telling you, it's a double curse, and I put it out there. The Jimmy Johnson curse is over. He's in the Ring of Honor. Now they stole Tony Romo's job and gave it to Dak. Now it's time to get rid of Dak and remove that curse of Tony Romo. I think that's the final piece for the Cowboys is to release
How about
Dak.
get rid of that head
Dak.
coach? He's
Nah,
a
the
busy-
head coach is okay. I like the head coach. He's not bad. He's
He
solid.
got outplayed by Matt LaFleur, bro.
He's solid.
Shut up,
I think it was more the quarterback got outplayed. I think the quarterback got outplayed. That's what I think. All right, guys. Any final thoughts? What are you guys thinking? Final thoughts?
Be ready. We're going to pick winners, Super Bowl winners. Also,
Super
we
Bowl
need to
winners.
get into the Caleb debate. Caleb does not want to go to the Bears. I'm telling you right now, Flo. That's another eye-opener.
Caleb?
Caleb already admitted. Him and his dad have already
doesn't wanna
posted
go to
that
the
they
Bears.
do not want to both go with the Bears.
Oh, okay. So that's okay. I didn't see that. I've been gone for about a month. So I hadn't seen much sports in a while. So he's
Be
already
ready.
now did he
Don't
say
worry.
he's gonna pull Eli Manning?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's
gonna
what
pull
he's
Eli
saying.
Manning?
He does not want the Bears to draft him.
Wow. Okay.
That's a
Where did
big
he go?
help for all them.
Well, where would he
them,
go?
them
Where do you think he'd
teams.
go? What do you think,
I don't
Omar?
know.
Is he gonna pull Eli Manning, Omar? You think?
He's gonna pull an Eli Manning.
No, he will not. He'll go wherever he's chosen.
No, bull crap.
Oh,
Taylor Williams?
wow.
No, he
Yeah.
won't.
What do you think, Ken? Yeah. He's gonna go wherever he's picked.
No, he's not.
This isn't the old days where
Yeah,
you can do
same with
that.
Omar, man. That
You
guy,
can't do
he's
that
not
anymore.
He's
It's
not
even
he's
done
not that
way
great of
Eli
a quarterback for me.
That's not how this
Yeah.
happens
You
anymore.
don't
It
have to
doesn't
stay,
work
you
like
don't have
that.
to stay back and not get paid. You get paid still. You can stay back and get paid. I can't wait.
All
Yeah,
right.
my bad, GB. My bad. I'll be in the studio again next time. I apologize. Bad internet. Bad internet.
Better in it today. Good flow today. The flow is here. Flow
Be
is
ready,
going.
man. Hey.
Oh, it's back.
Bronco Nation.
Bronco Nation, get ready for an 8-win season. Tops. 8-win
He
season.
needs to worry about his Cowboys.
Hey, I'm not worried about my Cowboys. We'll win about 10, 11 games again, maybe 12, and we'll lose in the second round. Yeah. That's what we'll do. As long as we have Dak in the picture.
Can't wait.
All right, can't wait. We'll be better than the Broncos. We'll be better than the Broncos. That's what I know.
Yeah, that's your Super Bowl.
We'll be better than the Broncos.
Yeah, that's your Super Bowl, buddy. Be ready. We got it.
Be ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Woo!
Are you ready? That's the problem. They're not ready. All right, Ken. You gonna hang up a minute? You good? You got tired? Thanks for everybody for joining. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll wait for you in the back, man.
All right, the Bottom Line Sports flow is back. Pray for my wife. She's having some problems with her tooth. I feel really bad for her. She let me do the show anyway, and I really appreciate her. Praying for her. Hopefully everything's okay. She went to the urgent care. She was in a lot of pain. I feel so bad. I just came back. So anyway, pray for her. Hopefully she feels better soon. Love you. Good to be back with my family, with my wife, and then good to be back here on the show. Appreciate you. Episode 106. Check us out Tuesday. We'll have a regular show. See you next time on the Bottom Line Sports. Peace out.